everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Stamping foam. Have you tried the Simon Hurley Create stamping foam yet? Have you? I had not. I had seen a bunch of videos using this, and Simon, who happens to be my friend, and also, you know what I like to say about Simon, right? That kid's going places. Sent me a 4-pack to play with. So today I'm going to show you 3 card ideas and 3 ways that I decided to test out the stamping foam to see if the hype was worth it. I think the results will speak for themselves. Except for the 3rd card. I don't love how that turned out, but that's not because of the actual process. It's because I chose a card base and, well, it's all gonna make sense. You're gonna have to stick around. That video is coming up next. Record. So today, I got my hands on some Simon Hurley Create stamping foam. Now, I have been watching Simon work magic with this. I watched Jennifer McGuire work magic with this, and Simon was kind enough to send me some stamping foam. So today I'm going to try 3 different things. I think it will work. Famous last words, but I'm going to use this 3 ways. I'm going to use it with a word die, I'm going to use it with a stencil, and I'm going to use it with a background stamp that I have not chosen yet. Fear not. It's coming. So let's get started with the first one, which is the die sample. So here's what I'm going to do. I went ahead and die cut this word hugs out of some Neenah Solar White Classic Crest, and I did 2 and glued them together so that I would have something that had a bit more dimension. And we're going to get started with this first one. Now, I've been playing around a ton on this side, so I think I'm going to just do it on this side to show you what I'm doing. I also have some distress inks here. I have Spice Marmelade, Picked Raspberry. Let's try to do these in some kind of a rainbow order. Kitsch Flamingo, and Mustard Seed. So I've got a few of those that I'm going to use, and just a panel of cardstock that I'm going to stamp on. So what I'm going to do is grab my heat tool. And from what I have learned, right, you're going to heat up your foam for about 15 seconds. So I'm going to turn this on and heat it up. Let's turn it this way so it's, well, it doesn't really matter. Here we go. Get it nice and hot, and then I'm going to take my hugs word, I'm going to pop it as close to the center as possible, like this. Now here's what I'm going to do to press it in. I have a ginormous block, and I'm just going to press that in, like this. Press. The reason that I thought having the stacked die would be better was that it would give a bit more of a deep impression into my block. And of course I had to flip it, right, so that it comes on the reverse. And now you can see, it's like you're making block prints. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way for now. Who knows, all right? I'm using oxides, and all I'm gonna do is just lightly swipe a little onto this. Now the other thing I have here on the side too, and I'm going to try to do a little extra on the edges, is I have a spray bottle. Now I learned about this from watching a video by Jennifer McGuire, which I will link because it was very helpful to me in looking at how the different ways you could do these inks. So I'm just, you know, just trying to not do too much, but not do too little. And I'm keeping it as level as possible. So right now this is looking a bit like a hot mess, but I promise you, well, I can't promise anything, actually. That's getting a little carried away. Maybe when it's done, it won't be, you know? We're creating some striations here, and I'm not worried about my pads. You know, if I get a little contamination, over time it's going to be fine. You can always wipe them off. Let's get a little yellow here at the end, like that. Okay. Okay, so I've got hugs inked. Now I learned this from, again, watching Jennifer. I'm going to spray a mist just off to the side and then just swipe my block through so you can hear it. Spray, swipe. Just one swipe up, and now let's get this into place. I'm actually going to stand up and look down. I'm probably going to trim this down. I don't know for sure, but I'm just going to come right in here, drop it down, and press. I'm really going to give it time to transfer like that, and we'll see. I don't know what this is going to look like. I hope it looks good, but whatever the case, we are about to find out. Ready? And lift. Oh, look at that cute little block print. Okay, that is actually really cute. It's a little dreamy. It's a little messy. I kind of like that. That's version 1. Version 2, let's do a stencil. I'm going to go wipe this down. Actually, what I like to do is just run it under the faucet and wipe it off really quick, and I'll be right back. So here's what I like to do. I just, wipe it down and just kind of get the ink off. But here is the cool thing about these blocks, is that you just heat it up to remove the impression that you made. So let's do that real quick. Look at that. It's like magic. It just takes what you did completely off. Just like that. Now it's erased. What you're seeing here is not an impression. It's just a little leftover ink. So panel 1. Panel 2, I want to do this stencil. Now I did a card. I think I did a card featuring this stencil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I love it. It's from Brutus Monroe, #Year of the Stencil. And I want to try to do this pattern. Now, I think what I want to do is I'm going to heat this up. I think I'm going to put a piece of foam underneath this. And the reason why is I have just this, this is just craft foam, because I really want to be able to press through. And this has, well, I guess that has a little give. My mat has a little give too, so I guess that's not really that critical, but let's give it a try. So heat up 15 seconds. Like that. And now we're just going to go on one side and press. I'm actually standing up, and I flip my hands like this because I just have bad wrists, but I really want to press this. And again, I could also just bring this in because that gives me a little more press power. And now when I pick this up, oh, do you see that? Even though you can still see the hugs, do you see the butterflies? How cute is that? Here's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm just going to do these in pink. Whoop. And I'm just going to lightly, just kind of, this is just going to be a light little go over this whole thing. Make sure the butterfly, and I don't mind if the backs get picked up too. That's fine, because it's going to give me this kind of pretty little outline, I think. Oh, not sure what that was. Okay, and then I'll put just a little dark pink at the bottom. I'm not pressing too hard, but I'm pressing hard enough that, let's see, is that going to be good? I kind of want to preserve that outline, that you'll see when I stamp it down. So again, I'm going to take my sprayer, do a mist off to the side, and come up through it. I'm going to do it twice. Okay, I just literally swoop up through it. And now let's stamp this down, okay, and see how it looks. I think this could be really cute. So any stencil you have, right, you can do this with. How fun is that? Press, press. Let it transfer. And here I'll just get butterflies, outlines. I think this will be cute. Only time will tell. Lift. Oh, that is so cool, right? It kind of has that super cool random wood block look. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, so there's one, there's two. I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to find a background stamp, and we'll do one with that as well. So for my third panel, I am going to use this delicate outline flowers. I think this could be cute, right? I don't even need to take it off the plastic, do I? No, I do not. Any cling stamp, red rubber cling that you have. I mean, honestly, I think any stamp that you have, you can do this with, but let's do it. And now just pop it right into the center. And again, I'm just going to get this block because that just gives me the ability to press. And if I press this way, I actually get it. I don't hurt my wrists. Okay, we're pressing that in. I hope it transfers. Are we ready to see? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is just a funky, beautiful thing. Okay, you know what? Maybe I will just do like a yellow and an orange. So let's ink this one up. Right? Just kind of go back. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool how it picks up the detail that I just impressed? That's pretty cool. Just go like a little orange down here like that. Like that. I'm just kind of do an overlap. And you know what? While I'm at it, I think I'll just go like that. I think because I love it, I'm just going to do a tiny little picked raspberry at the bottom. Just a little. Just a little. Yeah, just get a little there. So sometimes we like to go in that realm. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the sprayer, right? I'm going to mist it, run my pad through a couple times, and now all I'm going to do, stand up, line this up, and press it down. Let it transfer. I think this is really neat. Like, I think you could just play. You know, I'm only using oxides today, but you can use dye inks as well. And you would not have to just stick with an oxide look. I just thought this would be fun. Boop. Oh, wow. That is super cool. And you know what? I wonder if I could get another one out of here. Let me grab another piece of paper. I'm going to line this up at the bottom so I could fold this and have it just be a single card. So mist, go through, and we'll just do a lighter one right down here. And I bet that would be perfect for a card base. Let's see. For a 1-layer card. Okay, a little lighter. It's going to be a little more delicate. Lift. That's really pretty too, isn't it? Full strength, half strength. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is playing with the foams. I think, well, let's come down here. That's actually really cool, right? Playing with the foams, getting some different looks. Let me create some cards really quick and show you how they finished up. Before I do that though, I just went and washed this off. And of course, the cool thing is, you can ink this up again. Like the image is going to stay in place until you heat it out. So if I wanted to try this again with different colors, you know, actually I think I did it upside down. I'm not very good with floral planning. That is actually upside down, but I think you catch my drift. So let's make a few cards. I'm gonna score a card here. This is 4 1/4 wide by 11. I'm gonna score it at 5 1/2. So that we have a nice US A2 card base. Now, here's what I'm not sure, and I'll have to decide. I could just take this, right, and just glue this panel right on. And I actually might do that. You know, I like doing this sometimes where you do your art on a separate panel and then you glue it. But you could also cut this out, right? I have, let me show you here. I have my favorite waffle flower dies that I love because you can cut down different panels. But I think for this one, I'm just going to use my dot runner. And this is a new dot runner. Simon Says Stamp now has their own dot runner, which is really cool. And the thing that I love about it, it's easy to see. And here's what I mean. Because it is in the Simon Says Stamp. Am I in color? The green, look at that. You can actually see where you are laying it down. And I kind of like that sometimes because when the dot runner is clear, I don't always know if I've gotten it. But here's the thing. When I'm putting a panel down, I am not going to be shy. I'm an over-adheser. I should get a shirt that says over-adheser. No one would know what I was talking about. But my favorite trick for putting a panel right onto a card base, just go like this, line it up, line both up in the corner. And the nice thing about the Simon adhesive, it is repositionable until it is not. Does that make sense? So you have a little play time, and all I'm going to do here, press, press, and then my card is lined up perfectly on my card base. And I think I did a decent job stamping it, right? Like it's enough in the middle that we can totally get away with that. So let's add a greeting. So I think I'm going to take the hugs that I used and glue it down. But here's the thing. I have never used this, the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I bought the mini, okay, and I guess that's the overcap. I have no idea how this is going to work. I'm going to take out my tips, and honestly, I feel like that tip will be fine. Will that be fine? I don't know. Or should I go with the super precision? You know what? Because it's super precision, let's do it. So I guess what you do is you screw it in like that. There's the cleaning pin. I'm in a new territory here. I need something to start it on. I'll bring in a Post-it note here because I'm just not sure. This is a subliminal advertisement for my favorite coffee, which is M36 Roasters in Whitmore Lake, Michigan. They make the best coffee in the world. And true story, hubby, for 30 years before he became a teacher, he worked in coffee, and this company, when it folded because of the pandemic, they kept the roastery open and renamed it. And I will put a link down below because their home roast is legitimately the best. Oh, okay, Barely Art, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come and put little, oh my goodness, the control. What? This is crazy. Look how little. I've never, and this is actually, this little bottle is not hard for me to manipulate with my bad wrists. Whoa, this is legitimately the first time I've used it. Little tiny dots if I wanted to. Look at that. Tiny. What I don't know is, and maybe some of you can tell me in the comments, are you supposed to clean, and I'm probably going to, I assume, that you are supposed to clean it every time you use it? I don't know. Let me know, because that is that's something I just, oh, got a weird, okay, what can we do? I don't know. Let's try to white glue. Okay, we saved it. Did I swear? I may have to bleep that out, and that's okay, because you know what? We're all human here. Now I'm just going to have a little dip out of each little, let's see here, of this G, which is called the descender, and the little part here, and go like that, because I think that's really cute. Now, do we want to add some sequins? Well, I think you know the answer to that, so let's just do it. I think this is beautiful, and again, you know, you pick your favorite colors and you just go to town. So I think for this, I don't know. I don't usually show too much of the part where I'm figuring out where they go, because, you know, sometimes it's just kind of a gut feeling. That's a little too cuppy. Some of them are a little cuppy in here. And I don't know. I don't really know where I want these to go yet. Do I want them to kind of go off to the side like that and maybe just have a little guy up here? And maybe this is exactly what we want, like that. Yeah, you know, cascading into the margin. There's no problem. Do we like this? I don't know if I do like this, come to think of it. You know what? I don't think I want to have it cascading in there. And again, that's just a preference, right? I feel like you're going to have a little shine. The butterflies are going up. You know, maybe we go from here to here. Another medium-sized one here. Take a little guy like this. And we take a little guy like that. What about that? Just trailing down to the hugs. You know, I'm going to do it. So let's see here. I'm going with a new boop. I'm going to start at the bottom because I don't know if this is going to work. I think it will. Oh, now what am I sticking to? Oh, because I got glue on there. Remember when I spilled it? Yeah. Okay. Got a little bubble there. Let's just go like that. Tiny. Oh, come on now. Get in there. Boop. Yeah, I got glue. Boop. Boop. Okay, I don't know why you're not booping. Boop. Huh. So maybe because this is a little less, this is a little more liquidy than Gina K, that it takes a little more boop. Although look at that, that booped quite well. I find when they get tiny anyway, they're hard to boop. It's hard to boop. The boop, you know, it's reliant on several things. One of them is humidity. One of them is size. Boop. And of course, the last one is just highly trained professionals like myself. Let's be real. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Boop, boop. It stayed. Boop. Okay, so card number 1. And I guess again, what is that? So do you take this off and clean it every time? I think the answer is yes. Like, do you run it under hot water? Must Google. But there is one finished card. So let's take a look at the other cards and how they turned out. All right, here's the other cards that I finished for this one. I trimmed this down using one of my A2 layers dies, right? Then I was able to frame it out perfectly, mount that onto just a white card base, and I just added a simple with sympathy greeting. This actually came from a stamp set. I did a video, and I'll pop a link up in the corner to that video because this stamp set from Waffle Flower Crafts cuts out all these greetings at once, and I literally keep them in a bin. So I have all these extras that I can use when I need to make a quick card. And then for this, I just mounted this, again, we don't need that. I used my layers dies to cut out this part, mounted it on another layer of white and put that down. Actually, this is my least favorite of the 3. I thought I was going to break out of my mold and put something on a pink card base. I don't love that. I wish I would have put it on white. That's just a personal preference. But anyway, stamping foam, what do you think? Are you a fan? Does it make you want to try it? Because I think you could have a lot of fun with this. And again, this is literally just scratching the surface, right? We've got word dies, stencils, and cling stamps. So hope this inspires you to give it a try. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.